I hate to break the news to you, but I think it's terminal and you only have seconds to live. What do you two think about it? You're right, I should get some airplane food. Anyways, everyone, welcome back to Project Zomboid, and I apologize for that terrible bit. Anyways, we're back with Gwen Oliva, and today we are gonna be trying to fortify and turn this place into more of a fortress. If you remember last time, we just got done moving multiple times and collecting a whole lot of resources inside my taxi right here. Yeah, look at all this junk. We got canned food for days, a sledgehammer, and a few other bits and baubles around here. If you look at the time, we probably have around 2 hours of daylight left, so I think we ought to just spend the entirety of the daytime dropping off the loot, putting the bodies in an actual pile and not in a sitcom corner, and then finally after, we can get some sleep and hopefully work on our next goal or project. This is definitely going to take a little bit, so I will see you guys in a second. Or I guess tomorrow, that's better to say. Oh wow, I passed out a lot longer than I thought I would have been. Anyways, we did quite a bit of work dropping off all the supplies, and now this home, or I guess soon to be home, is properly stocked up. If you look in here, we got all of our food, all of our necessities. I don't know where I put the non-perishables. Maybe I forgot to bring that along, but that's fine, because we have a lot of food in general, and I will be making my own self-sustaining farm, fishery, and trapping system very quickly, actually. Maybe even this episode, if we can fortify this place pretty damn well. Right now, what we have done so far is secure the alleyways here, and I think our main safety breach is going to be the bottom garages. And my plan is literally just moving the cars right on over the garages until I need to move out of the way, then I can, park them somewhere else. That is going to be pretty easy, but it will require quite a few vehicles, which is not the worst, because if you remember last time, we did get a couple of gas tanks in my previous home, so I'm just going to siphon a little bit out of the taxi and to use the rest of the keys we have in our inventory to block off the rest of the entrances. What I'm trying to say is that it should be pretty easy. What's not easy, and something that I did forget about up until this very moment, is the horde of zombies we led away. I think before we go ahead and defend anything, we need to take care of that group. We do have a crowbar for that job, and I think if we use some fences, we should be able to kill them pretty decently. The only question is, where did they go? I do remember that I led them somewhere in this direction here, but looking around, it looks like they have wandered off. Well, we'll give the tree line a shot. If there's nothing there, I'll go ahead with my plan anyway. But it would be much more preferable to see the zombies right now so I can deal with them as the threat happens. This little patch is clear. Maybe they're inside, I'm guessing from all those broken windows. Oh, that was a gunshot, but I don't see any zombies. Where did they wander off to? I mean, I did give them a full day and a half to basically move around all willy-nilly. Wow, maybe they're at my spawn location? Ah, that's where they wandered off to. These zombies and their long memories. Well, at least they're nearby a lot of fences, especially the metal one. I think these do break. Those concrete barriers up there, though, don't. Is it just you lot? I think it is. It's definitely a lot less than I saw before, but hey, I will take any opportunity to kill the zombies and make this place a little bit safer. Time for a bot montage. Or I guess more of a smash montage. The game does the sound for me. I don't need to put anything in. Just the inputs. Donk! One of these days I really have to do a episode where I just focus on killing things, because I am pretty curious on how many I could kill in a day, and also, at the same time, how many zombies are on the studio map. I do believe that respawn would be enabled, but it wouldn't be too much of a problem given how small of an area we're in. I am severely doubtful that anything would really spawn in great enough number to pose a threat to me. We have 3 more zombies down. I'm not sure if these zombies were the ones from last episode because I have the memory of a goldfish, but if they are, this will be the last little bit of them. Much more easily to deal with, surprisingly, in small groups. Who would have thunk? Bada bingo. Is this the last one? No. One more? One more after? That's the money. Cool. Also, if you're curious, we have killed 184 zombies so far, surviving for 8 days, 23 hours. Soon to be 9. If I were to wager, I think this series would be one of the 50-day ones, if not 100. We did make it to the parking lot. Oh, there's another group right up there. Yeah, those are definitely stragglers from that big group last episode. It's good to know where they went. It's also good to know that they're going straight to their graves right now. The 2 levels of strength I put in at the start of the character creation are putting in some serious work. We also got a new bag upgrade in the form of a duffel bag and a lighter. Now, it's not a crazy upgrade as it only holds an extra 3 kilograms, but every little bit counts in this situation. We're in the parking lot though, and while I wasn't thinking of taking a vehicle from this spot, we can easily launch a vehicle back. We have about 6 hours, so why the heck not? What would be the most defendable too? I do have keys for this van there. Yeah, why don't we take that little rust box and see how well we can line it up with the garage wall. Of course, before we go ahead and do that, we need gasoline, which is where this bad boy comes into hand. You know what? I'm kind of curious about something. I have been enabling this Night Demon mod for a long time, and the reason why we haven't seen anything is because we've been playing it very safe with that siren. I'm gonna do something that's a little bit not well thought out, in my honest opinion, but I'm just curious to see if the damn mod works. We're gonna turn off our light, and I'm just gonna sit inside the darkness, looking right over to the tree line. What do I see? All I see are shadows. I'm gonna sit down a minute, and we'll see what happens. The horror of darkness has come out at your peril. Maybe we don't stay in here. Do I want to risk it a little bit more? If I die, it's gonna be really damn sad. No, better judgment's taking over. Because the choice I made right there is something that a horror movie protagonist would make, not Gwenoliva. She has seen quite a few horror movies, and I'm sure she has her own little survival guide. You two are up next as well. Just using good old boots on the ground. Now that they're taken care of, let's go siphon and move some stuff over. I also have another idea. What if we use a little bit of towing? That's not too bad of a shot. I think I could maybe move the dart over if I have enough, horsepower. Also, in order to have as much horsepower as possible, I'm going to be towing backwards. This may sound a little bit silly, but if you don't know, going backwards in Zomboid, I'm not sure if it's the same in real life, does give you more, horsepower or pull with a vehicle. It's why going backwards on grass is much better than going forward. I'll test this right now, though. Can I drag it? Oh, yes I can, and it's not even that slow. It's going to take a little bit, but hey, we got all night to do this. Well, mind the speed bumps. Anyways, we're here, everyone. I'm gonna try to park this perfectly over because we should be in line given how far that wall is away from the door. Can we... Oh, yeah, we can definitely drop it right there. Okay, that's a pretty good parking job in my opinion, right? It gives me a little bit of extra space here to go ahead and open the door. It's blocked. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna push back a little bit, then we'll push it forward. Okay, now I can open it, and now that it's open, what I'm going to be doing is shutting one door and driving this blue car right up in there. And by drive, I mean shove it. And now that it's open, I should be able to use this to traverse. Oh, hold on a minute. I do need to open both, just in case the door lands on one of those edges. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a snug finish. And if you're wondering why I am doing this instead of just barricading the doors, it's quite simple. We're still in build 41, so that means not a lot of zombies are gonna be able to crawl under. A few of them definitely can, but I do have a way of dealing with it. Anyways, this is gonna be my new way of entry and exit. Now we have to go through the car in order to leave on the other end. So it's kind of like a little bit of a airlock, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And the one thing I'm going to be doing is, thanks to the wall right here, we're going to be building out our own little entrance in this hallway here. This is kind of like the porch in a normal home, right? We are going to need some firewood, but we already have a saw and a wood axe, so I think we ought to get that done as soon as I can park out this other Chevalier Dart over. And also move out my taxi so we don't have to worry about that. Is that good? Yep, it looks fine to me. No zombies are getting through that. Hell yeah. Now that it's 3:40, I think I ought to go down and maybe chop down some trees. Is there any close by to me? No, we really don't have that much. Okay then, we can drive down with the extra car. There's nothing quite better than a little bit of deforestation. We don't need too much firewood, and we chopped down around 5 trees, giving me, I would say, around 6 or so logs, maybe 7 or 8. That should be more than enough. Also, this wood axe puts in so much work. I'm gonna keep it in the trunk almost always. Now it's time to load over the goods. Look at all that processed firewood, everyone. We have 24 planks in total. So, the question now is, where do I want to drop the doorway? Obviously, I'm going to cut this spot here off. It doesn't really make too much sense to have an extra entrance this way, especially when it's such a confined and, honestly, terrifying place. The only thing that I'm having issue is whether I would want that to be the entrance and this to be a door, or better yet, have 2 doors, or finally have a door right here so we kind of have a little bit of a barrier from our main entrance. In order to, I guess, go with the vibes of everything, I think I'm gonna have the entrance here. The more I think about it, though, why not do both? Yeah, alright, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'm gonna have one doorway up here with a wall there, and then have another doorway here. That way we have a small safety net if some zombie actually does decide to crawl under the blue door. Where are my nails? Ah, right here. All we need is 1 box, then we can start crafting. I don't think we're gonna need anything else. We got the nails, we have the hammer, now it's time to actually craft it out. I'm not sure what kind of quality walls we're gonna be making, but it should be decently good enough. Are there any doors around here too that I could use? We do have a doorknob here, no hinge though. If I'm feeling lucky, I could go to the neighbors really quick and grab some. I'm gonna save that for another day. Let's get the baseline. Surprisingly, I did not have enough firewood to build out this entire area, but hopefully me building it out makes you kind of realize my grander path. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, I have no idea what to do for the rest of these homes in order to make them connect. Maybe what I could do is build a weird hallway here, turn this into a new kitchen area, and then maybe move some stuff around. It's gonna be pretty difficult given how weird this place is. I definitely want to be staying in here though because of the fireplace. We can't pick it up either. You know, for a second I actually thought we did because it said oak wood floor. The thing I want to do next is maybe move over one of the medical beds. It's gonna look a little bit weird, but I will be able to sleep a hell of a lot better inside my little home. What a humble looking home. It really makes you work up an appetite. And today I think we ought to treat ourselves. So instead of eating stuff right out of the can, let's go make ourselves a delicious stir fry. First of all, let's grab the frying pan. Then we need the ingredients. Adding in some beans, carrots, and chili. Wait a minute, you can't make bean stir fry? Oh, that's kinda sad. I think we can put it inside a bowl though, so it doesn't make us as sad. Okay, cool, we can. It's actually really funny when you think about it. Beans on their own out of the can makes you a little bit unhappy, but if you put it inside a bowl and you call it a bean salad, it all of a sudden it makes you more happy. So I guess it's less of the ingredient that makes you sad and more so the way you brand it, right? This is the best bean salad with sunflower seed we're gonna have. Let's go cook them up. I think we can warm up the beans. The carrots and chili will definitely cook though. Yummers. Alrighty, another day, another dollar. If we go ahead and look outside, the streets are looking clear, and honestly, we can start to look forward a little bit. I know there's gonna be a lot of zombies down over there, and maybe I'll give it a peek near the end of the episode, but I think today we ought to just focus on ourselves, right? We haven't really done a lot of combat, aside from that group up there, and setting down a garden would be the best thing right now, given how early we are into the challenge. That way we can get some returns and maybe look towards trapping as soon as we get, you know, more ingredients to use. What I'm trying to say today is that Gwen here is going to set up a farm and maybe a couple of water collector barrels around the base. That way I don't have to run back and forth from the watering hole. We have broccolis, cabbages, carrots, potatoes, and strawberries, so this should be a pretty lucrative farm that I honestly should plant in small days. That way we don't have a big harvest all at once. The one fact I do know though is that we're going to be starting off with potatoes and carrots. Those are going to be the most hardy vegetables. And ones you can trap with. Do we have anything else to really use up right now? No. We also do need a way to carry water over, so I think we ought to head back to our original base and set that up as well. Grabbing any garbage bags that we do see, because we will need those for water collectors now. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a lot of these very easily. Hello there, saucepan with water. I think that's gonna be the best thing we have right now, unless I want to use up some of the paint. Is there any in the back room here? Also, I figured out where all my perishable food went. It was in here the whole time. It's just sitting pretty in the fridge. I'll make sure to put you guys in a good home. Oh yeah, I also forgot. We didn't finish looting this place because of the sprinters before. Yeah, that would definitely explain it. Anyways, grab those, and soon we can drive down to the farm. Do I have my trowel, just in case? Yes, we do. Not. I actually forgot that one piece. Also, better news everyone, we do have enough garbage bags to make one water collector. It's not going to be too useful near the farm, but I do want a little water source near this area, so as soon as we do set up the farm, we're going to chop down some more trees with the wood axe, get more lumber, and then we can finish off this little project with a nice bow. Here's the watering hole, everyone. Oh, actually, that might be one of my goals in the future, is to set up a nice little tent here and go camping. You know, it's obviously in its own little enclosed environment, but it does hit all the check boxes for a very cool screenshot or thumbnail. We got a campfire here, a little log pile for all the firewood, and a small pond to fish in. The real question, though, is where am I going to put the farm to not be in an intrusive place? Maybe we ought to do it inside here? There is some grass nearby, but we can remove that pretty easily. Yeah, I like this little clearing here. We'll separate the farm plots so that disease doesn't spread too quickly between them, and we'll call her a day. What would be a good plot amount as well? Maybe rows of 4? Yeah, 4 times 3. This first one will be potatoes. The second one will be carrots. And the last one here will be cabbages. Then I'm gonna be waiting 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'll plant the next batch of 4. Oh, there's the demon alert. Oh, no, don't plant potatoes. Oh, gosh, diggity dang it. Okay, it's fine. More potatoes. Good. The rest of this will be cabbage, though. Now I just need to water all of them. It's a little bit dangerous doing this farming in, like, the middle of a very pitch-black forest, so I've been keeping my eyes just on a swivel, man. You never know what could happen out here. The last thing we'd want is, like, Jason Voorhees to come out of the water and push me down or pull me in. Thankfully, slasher villains don't exist. Zombies do, which would also mean Jason exists as well. I really should have thought about that before I ran my mouth. Let's start watering. Funnily enough, watering all these plants took the most amount of time. But now we have sown the seeds to a bright future for Gwen. I will also say it is really sad that I won't be able to, use the Build 42 farming and foraging methods. This would have been such a good series for it. I really do hope the developers add in these challenges once again, as soon as, 42 becomes a bit more stable and less in progress. I did forget one carrot plant, but the rest, if you look around, should be well watered. In my opinion, that's good enough to call it a day, is what I would say. We're gonna need some firewood now, so I'm gonna spend the next 4 hours of nighttime we have chopping down trees and loading it into the taxi. You're good, and stop. Not even a dent in the back. Oh, the things I do for the bit. Boom, 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 boom. How does it feel, trees, giving your life for something far greater and definitely for something that will last a lot less than you will? I mean, I'm just trying to be honest. Gwen is not the best carpenter right now, so yeah, these logs are gonna be replaced very soon. But for now, they are indispensable. That's 5 logs in the trunk. Let's drop off the 3 in the side seats. Then I'm gonna save the other 2 to build out the rainwater collector before it gets too bad outside. And let's saw it up inside here. We need around 4 to 6 planks for the water collector, so let me go drive up and we'll find a perfect spot for it. I'll drop it off in this little alleyway here. That way it kind of works as a little barrier as well. Boom! It only required 4 planks. Sadly, we are 1 level away from making the actual good rain collector barrel, but that gives me something to look forward to. Now that we have that, the next time it rains, we will have some basic, very poisonous water to drink from, just in case the water goes out either tomorrow or sometime in the near future. Let's drive in here and finish off the construction. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, finishing this off. Bop, 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 bop. Cool, now we have a full airlock system. This makes me feel 10 times safer, by the way. I do know that zombies can break down these doors and walls, but hey, if we do get sieged by zombies, one valid strategy could just be shooting them over the car and, you know, raining down hell on them. We are getting sleepy and hungry, so we are gonna reward ourselves with some delicious bean salad with sunflower. We added in a little bit of extra ingredient too to make it a little bit, you know, less depressing, which includes mustard, tomato paste, salt, and the obvious sunflower seeds in the title. Eat that up. How do you feel? I feel pretty good. How's the weight look? It could definitely be better. Oh, I might need to start getting into fishing soon, everyone. We could maybe make a fishing rod because we did spawn off with the fishing trait. Oh, never mind, I didn't. Okay, spearfishing is just as good in my opinion. Anyways, I think we ought to end things here. We got done building out some of our base, making it more fortified. Not only that though, but we set up a basic farm and water collector. So yeah, I'll count that as a massive, resounding success. I think next episode is going to be a little bit more dangerous in the fact that I'm going to be checking out the city in search of some better spots, maybe a generator, I have no real clue. It's definitely going to be a looting-centric kind of episode next time. If you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more as we do more looting and survival. I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. Also, please do let me know if you enjoyed that really corny joke at the start. Bye-bye.